Hi, happy Friday. So I'm back doing my metabolic balance program. So need to lose a couple of kilos before Christmas. Anyway, so this is one of my absolute favorite recipes that I kind of developed with the TM6, but today I'm redeveloping it with the TM7 because with the TM7 there is a high heat mode and you don't need to do guided cooking. So this is for anyone out there that is always saying they don't have time to have, to make something in their Thermomix. This seriously, okay, yes, you still have to cut up your meat and have your veggies prepared, but this is ready in 5 minutes, okay? But we're getting a 2-for-1 Friday today because of all the cyber sales. No, not really. I am going to be making my CCGG mix because I'd run out, and this is a base for so many things. Instead of using just garlic or just ginger, I use this in place, and it's great for soups and stews and casseroles, and it's awesome for stir fry. So I'm going to make that first, leave my bowl dirty, and then I'm going to do my less than 5 minute stir fry. Now I am doing beef today and I like my beef rare, so if you like your beef well done, it might take you 6 minutes. Anyway, we're not going to argue over the timing, okay? So I'm going to flip the screen, and this will probably be the last you see of me because the way that Facebook works now, I can't reflip the screen, so I now have to work on the other side. So I can't see any comments, I can't see what you're all seeing, but you'll be able to see the screen the right way round. It's not like you've got to try and read things back to front. So we're going to flip the screen, and I'm going to come back out of manual mode. So this recipe is actually in my recipes. It's under my created recipes. Now, you do not need to have a created recipe for this to work. Come on, wake up. It's thinking. So this recipe is chili, ginger, garlic, and coriander root. Now that is your coriander root, none of the leaves. So we don't use the straggly bits of the coriander. So when you get your coriander, if you don't like coriander, don't put it in, but you don't put the straggly bits. So you clean off the straggly bits, but you're using this part, not these parts, because they go mushy and horrible. This will last for a couple of weeks easily in the fridge. So under here these are all the recipes that I've developed and written into Cookie Do myself. So some I've just been Cookie Do recipes that I've adapted, others I've written in from scratch. So where are we? It must be down near the bottom because it was one of the first ones that I ever made, and I do have my stir fry in here as well for the TM6. Where are you? The only thing with your own created recipes, you have to scroll through like this. You can't search for them. Apple pie breakfast, here we go, CCGG. So I'm just going to hit the pick, and today I've got a jalapeno chili and I've got some red chili as well. I like the heat, so I leave the seeds and the membrane in. If you don't like heat, take them out, okay? So we're going to start recipe created by Denise. And I came about this recipe because I really didn't like wasting the roots of my coriander. So I add all ingredients. So if I want to put my scale on, I've got equal amounts, and whether you've got 50, 20, 100, whatever you've got. So I've got about 50 grams of each. I've got my coriander root. So this is a really big one. So throw that in. I've got a little bit more here. I've also got my garlic. And I don't know about you, but a lot of garlic these days I find is quite old. I like to take that middle core part out. It's a little bit more fiddly, but I just don't like that when it starts going a bit yucky. And then I've got ginger, fresh ginger. So throw all that in. And next. So it says chop on 10 seconds, speed 5. And lids on. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Now you know with your TM7 you can just pick it up and push it back. And I'm going to use my jam funnel. They don't sell these in the mix shop anymore, unfortunately, so, which is a shame. So that is my CCGG, and I'm just going to scrape that into a jar, and I'm going to leave some in the bowl. I'll push all that down. So because I like all these spices or herbs, I don't know, are these herbs or are these spices? I'm going to leave a good, probably about a tablespoon in the bowl, and then I'll go on with my stir fry. Actually, I might even have, that'll be more like a tablespoon, add a bit more. So move that aside, and I'll come back so that, okay, I can go skip and it'll say all done. I mean, how easy is that? Easy peasy. I'll push that down. Now that will last a couple of weeks in the fridge. I don't bother freezing it. I just have it fresh all the time. So we're going to come out and we're going to come into the open cooking. So no, we're not. Come back, we're going to go to the browning mode. So on my metabolic program, I have a balance of protein and vegetables. And because I like my meat rare, I'm actually going to throw all of my meat in all at once. I'm just going to weigh it roughly. So you can do 250 grams if you wanted. You could do 300 grams. You could do 500 grams. So I'm going to throw in, what have I got there? 100, oh, bang on, 110. Then I'm going to turn my scales and I'm going to put in my mushrooms. And I've just got some leftover, I call this dry slaw. So I often make a batch of this, and it's just, I can have it then as a salad, or I can use it in my stir fries. And this one I've chopped quite fine. It's just cabbage, onion, carrot, green capsicum. So you literally chuck in whatever you like. And I need to put in about 130 grams of that, because with the metabolic program it's a balance of protein and vegetables. Then I need to tear my scales and some of my homemade ghee. So I need 20 grams of that, and I need to make another batch of this. So I'll have a go at coming to you live when this runs out next week to make more ghee. It works out way cheaper. Look at that, spot on, love it. So it's saying 10 minutes. I will not need 10 minutes. I'm actually going to come down to 5 minutes. And I may just have a quick look as we go along. So that's literally just all thrown in there. And I've got 5 minutes to chat to you about a couple of things. Okay, so I'm just going to go start. So with the TM7, it is uber quiet. So you can't hardly hear, you really can't hear anything. It's quite disconcerting when you first get your 7, you're going, is that actually working? So, but I can lift the lid, so it's telling me that it's heating up. I can, yep, it's definitely working because the ingredients have turned around. So I've talked to you about CCGG, using the roots of your coriander. Don't like coriander, don't use it, easy. Take the seeds out if you don't like the heat. Now, one of the couple of things I did want to talk to you about, and I'm going to flip back around, is I've had quite a lot of customers graduate, I like to call it graduate, to the TM7 from their 31s, they're 5s and they're 6s. So your 31 is worth $250. Your TM5 is worth $450. Your TM6 is worth $750. But personally, it's worth way more than that to me. So I've been recommending to my customers to sell their bits and pieces separately, and I'm helping them do so. So what I have is a brand new, perfect, brand new TM31 bowl. So if you still are retro and you love your 31 and you want a new bowl for the price of a blade, plus a little bit more, you can get a brand new bowl, okay? The other thing I've got is a brand new TM6 bowl in a box. Here it is, brand new in a bowl. So in a box. So if you're interested in a brand new, heavily discounted TM6 bowl, and I also have a TM5 bowl secondhand. So if you're interested, send me a PM and I'll send you the info. And one last thing is I've got a black glider board. Now there is a sale on in the mix shop at the moment with 20% off, but these are even less than that. So if you want brand new as a gift, you might go to the mix shop. Always remember to choose your favorite consultant, whoever that is. Just always put a name. Don't leave it blank, because otherwise, yeah, somebody misses out. So just choose the consultant you would like when you are checking out at the mix shop. But if anyone's interested in a glider board, then send me a private message. Now, I'm just going to flip the screen again, and I'm going to go back to my stir fry and show you. It's been 2 minutes, and I meant to have my iPad handy, because my iPad will be telling me, up the top of my phone, it's telling me what is going on in my TM7. So if you've got a 7, it's all connected, and it will tell you where you're up to. So we're going to flip around, and can you hear that? Can you hear that? Can you see that? That is delicious. Now, I'm going to do that. I will finish. It's defaulted back to the 10 minutes, which is a bit disappointing. I didn't realise it would do that. So I will touch here and I'll come for 2 minutes. And the other thing I'm going to do is get some balsamic vinegar. So I love balsamic vinegar, but you could put soy sauce, you can put your hoisin, you can put your black bean. I'm just going to put a splash of that and continue for 2 more minutes. And then I will show you my lunch today. So if you're wondering what the metabolic program is, just ask me. I can tell you a little bit about it. It's done with a blood test. You get to have foods that suit your body type, and it is not a blood type diet. My sister and I are doing it together, and we are very similar in a lot of ways, but she has things that I can't have and vice versa. So it's a great program, but yeah, it's helping me to be accountable and get back on track, because I've had a crazy year with influenza, breaking my toe, had a tummy bug when we went to Fiji. So this is my garnish. I can have as much of that as I like. So that's my garnish, and I love chili. For those that know me, they know I love chili. So I'm just going to chop up a bit of chili, and I've got 49 seconds until my lunch is ready. If you want any info on the trade-in or trade-up, depends what you want to call it, reach out to me and I can share information with you. So TM31, TM5, TM6. Okay, that's my lunch. just about ready. I'm going to stop that now because you can see it's smoking. And find my yum. Now, if you wanted to, if you're at home, you could put this on top of rice noodles. You can have it on top of rice even, if you want. Rice noodles are super good because they don't need cooking. So for that quick midday lunch, you can just soak them while your stir fry is cooking. And then I'll pour that out and oh my God, you should smell this. It smells delicious. So, and then I will garnish it with my chili and coriander. Now, if you do not, I don't know if you can see me, if you do not have a TM7, you can still do this in your TM6. You just need to go through a guided recipe. So you would find either the stir-fried beef, or no, they don't call it stir-fry. I think they call it sauté beef or chicken. If you were doing chicken, obviously this would probably take a little bit longer, but because I like my beef on the rarer side, it's in 5 minutes, lunch is cooked. Remember to reach out if you're interested in secondhand 31 bowl, that's a brand new 31 bowl, secondhand TM5 bowl, or a brand new TM6 bowl. All right, I think that's all. Tomorrow I am doing a little cooking class down at Capalaba. So if you live local, yeah, reach out and I can send you the details of time and where to come. So see you all on the flip side, and remember to hashtag replay if you're watching this a little bit later. See ya.